Welcome to another great episode of American Rifleman Television, brought to you by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. Now this week we continue our look at the men and guns of the Pacific War, and our crew went to Iwo Jima, an island of volcanic ash and rock. Americans are only allowed on Iwo Jima one day a year, and this year, American Rifleman was there. This week our Rifleman review is the Remington V3 semi-automatic shotgun with a very innovative gas system. This week for I Have This Old Gun, we'll show you the model 1863 Springfield rifle-musket. It was really the last rifle musket made here in the United States for the military. But right now, let's head for Iwo Jima.
The American military sought to carry out an island hopping campaign in the Central Pacific during the Second World War. The overall objective of the campaign was to advance from the Gilbert Islands to the Marshall Islands and then on to the Mariana Islands across the Central Pacific so that we could capture Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. The reason those three islands were targeted specifically was so that the U.S. could then build advanced airfields on those islands, airfields where we could base the B-29 bomber. In carrying out that campaign, we eventually do capture those islands during the summer of 1944, although at great cost. We then move our bombers there, and the bombers begin flying those combat missions. But there was recognition early on that it was not desirable for us to send B-29s in toward targets in Japan unescorted. We sought, therefore, to capture an advanced airfield where our shorter range fighters could be based. The fighters could then take off, fly in escort with the bombers, protecting the bombers as they delivered bombs to targets in the Japanese home islands. Then the fighters could fly back a shorter distance and land at an airfield close by. The only island that made sense for this fighter base was Iwo Jima, a volcanic island and a group of islands called Ogasawara. Iwo Jima would be targeted, but it meant something that none of the other battles before it meant, because Iwo Jima was technically part of the prefecture, or in other words, think of it as like a state or district within Japan. So by landing on Iwo Jima, we're technically beginning to land in the Japanese home islands.
The ground assault on Iwo Jima began on February 19, 1945, with an opposed amphibious landing by two Marine divisions. The 4th Marine Division landed on the right, and the 5th Marine Division landed on the left, on the beaches directly behind me.
To watch this entire episode on Outdoor Channel, contact your TV provider today.